Hello, welcome to episode 241. We are going to be looking at item frames and protecting them. So let's get on with that. We'll put an item frame down. There it is. In fact, actually, we're going to go over here because I'm going to be switching between creative and adventure. So I'm just going to change this quickly to adventure. Adventure. There we go. Let's learn to spell. Okay. Right. So we'll just be a bit closer. Okay, let's put an item frame on there. And we'll switch to adventure mode. So, firstly, player comes along. Oh dear, they can break your item frame. It's ridiculous. But they can. Let's put another one back. What else can they do? Can they put an item in? Yes. They can turn it. They can take it out. That's probably what you want them to be able to do. But you don't want them doing that. So what choices have we got? Let's put an item frame there. So back to create. Let's put an item frame there. And let's create a summon command. And we'll create our own item frame. Now I'm going to do that. I'm going to point at this. I'm going to press F3. And while holding F3, I'm going to press I. And I'm going to copy the data. And I'm going to go in here, I'm going to paste the data. And let's see what we've got. Home. Okay, well, we can get rid of that little slash. We can get rid of Minecraft. We might as well leave them the same. It's not going to be moving. We don't need any motion. We do want facing. That's an important one. We'll keep invulnerable, because we'll play around with that. We don't need air, we don't need on ground, we don't need portal cooldown, we don't need rotation, we don't need full distance or fire or tile. We'll keep invisible. We don't need this tile, and we'll keep fixed. Okay. Description. The commands will be in the description, so you can always look down there as well. Tags. Let's give it a tag. Tag everything. I'm just going to call it myFrame. Right. Done. Let's get rid of that. So, if we summon it, we've got a frame which is basically identical to what we just had. Not what we want. Let's change something. Let's change invulnerable. Okay, I don't want them breaking the item frame. Simple. Let's make it invulnerable. Done. And we're in adventure mode. The player comes along. Can they break it? No. Perfect. Can we put an item in? Yes, we can. Can we take an item out? No, because that is considered damaging it. So if you wanted a book on a desk or something that the player can pick up, well, tough. Yeah, you can't. So that's not useful. So let's try something different. Let's take that out. Let's get rid of that. Let's take away invulnerable. And let's make it fixed. Done. Okay, what can we do now? Can we break it? No. Can we put an item in? No. Right, fixed, you just can't do anything. You can't take items out. Well, we can check that. Let's check, see if we can take items out. Got a bit excited there. Let's put an item in there. Item, ID, count of 1B. Let's put an apple in there. Minecraft, apple. Done. So it's fixed with an apple. Can I take the item out? Because that's probably the most important thing you want. The user is going around your map and you want them to find an item somewhere and pick it up. Well, tough, because you've got a fixed item frame, so they can't do anything to it at all. Now, fixed item frames do have the advantage that even if you remove the blocks, they will stay. So that's kind of fun if you, for instance, made it invisible as well. You can have a floating item. So that's kind of fun. The user can't do anything with it, but it's an extra thing you can do. Let's get rid of that. We can break it because we're in creative. Okay, so invulnerable doesn't do what we want, and fixed doesn't do what we want. So let's get rid of fixed. Let's get rid of the item as well. Actually, we'll leave the item, because we'll pretend that's the item that the person is picking up. Okay, so how can we have it? So someone in adventure can take the item, put the item in, but not break the item frame. So what we want to do is we want to play with the invulnerable But if there's an item in the frame, we don't want the frame to be invulnerable because we want the item to come out. So let's try that. We will set up a little controller here. I don't know why they don't change the tags and just have sort of 4 or 5 separate tags. Can rotate, pretty obvious. Can the player rotate it? Or even call it can player rotate. Can player take, can player place, can player break, and can the world break. And then, not as in can the whole world break, can the world break the item frame? For instance, if we move the block behind it, does the frame break? I think it'd be much more sensible. Well, certainly more clear. Let's make a controller here. And what we're going to do, we are going to execute as any entity. Now we can say type equals item frame and protect every item frame in the world. I am going to add the tag though, and I'm only going to protect my item frame. And we are going to store success. Now this little bit of command here, you will need to be in version 1.19.4 or higher, or it's not going to work. Entity at S, so at the frame, and we want to play with this invulnerable tag. Invulnerable, which is a byte, and we're going to set it to 1 unless data entity at S item open and close. We can specify an item in here, but this is just going to work if there's any item in it. So let's say done. Well, let's say done and turn that on. Okay. Now, what do we want to put in here? Do we need to change anything? Doesn't look like it. We don't want invulnerable. Let's take invisible off so we can see it. We won't use fixed. And we'll leave the item in there. Done. There it is. Oh dear. It makes an awful noise. Like a machine gun. Why does an item frame make a noise? I don't know. But we can fix that. So let's get rid of that one. And we can fix that with the silent tag. Don't ask me why you can make an item frame silent or why it can even make noises. I mean, it's not a living thing, but it does. So we'll put silent on there. And now we'll turn it on. Perfect. Right, I'm in adventure mode. I'm crawling around the map. I don't know why I'm crawling, but I am. And I come to the item frame and I go, oh, an apple. I'll have that. I punch it. The apple is mine. I punch the item frame. Nothing happens because there is no item. It is being set to invulnerable. But if something is invulnerable, you can put items in. So now it's been set to not invulnerable, which allows me to take the item out. But I can't break the frame. That's the important thing. The frame is still there. Okay, let's do a different test. Let's go back here. What I will point out as well, the silent, if I take that out, silent only makes a noise. If you take silent off, only makes a noise if there's an item in the frame. Who knows? Maybe you can use that for something. Sounds like a machine gun to me. Let's turn it off. So we'll have it as silent. There we go. And we'll make it invisible. Is that the invisible one? Yep. Invisible. So let's remove invulnerable. We're not using it. And let's remove fixed. We're not using that either. Okay. In the description for the command, I will leave invulnerable and fixed in there in case you want to play around with them. If you don't, just remove them. Done. Create. Now we've got a nice little apple. Okay, still a bit weird. You'd probably want to put that on a table. So probably you would do that and that. In fact, let's do it. F3, I. And we'll make another little summon block here. Let's get rid of that one. Paste all of that in. We can, of course, remove. We're going to keep invisible. Let's go all the way back. We need to put the tag, tags, myFrame, and we don't want motion. In fact, we'll just, oh, we did want facing, but I saw it said 1B, so we'll put that back in a minute. And we do want the item. Wow, I know I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Let's go back to where the item is. There it is. Item. We do want the item. Drop chance. Drop chance you can put at 1%. I think that's the default anyway, so let's remove it. Fine, blah, 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 blah. We'll have invisible. Yes, please. And we'll remove everything else. Okay, so what have we got? We've got tag myFrame, it's got an item, it's got a count, it's invisible, and we would like you to be silent, please. Done. Oh dear, why are you up there? Was my facing number wrong? We didn't have fixed, so it can't survive in the air. Let's check out the facing number, F3I. Can we paste that into chat? It's too long. But we can still find the facing number. Facing 1B. Maybe we need the rotation. Possibly not. Let's have a look at what we've got. We didn't put facing in, and that's the problem. So we'll add facing to the end as well. Facing 1B. Let's create it. Let's get rid of that one first. It's a good idea to kill the one that's already there. Since they are entities, you can kill them. You don't have to target them by XYZ, which is nice. And since we've tagged it, we can just do kill myFrame. It will kill the apple on the wall over there as well. Oh, that one didn't have a tag, did it? We put that one down ourselves. Very silly. There we go. Now we've got an apple on the table. Players coming around your map, they go, oh, I need food. There's some food there. They can take it. The nice thing is, if they want, they can put it back. They cannot. We didn't turn it on. Turn it on. They cannot break the frame. There we go. There's a tasty apple. Yum, yum, yum. They pick it up. They put stuff back if they want. They can't. Why can I break that frame? What is going on there? Creative. Invulnerable by unless it's an item. myFrame. 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 Okay. Did we get this right? Well, it looks right. Oh, I wonder why. Okay, am I just being very silly? Creative. I have no idea. Does this one work? That one works. What's the difference? Let's have a look. Problem solving. Tags my... Did I put tag and not tags? Yes, I did. There we go. So that could have... If you had a map with lots of commands, something small like that could really trip you up. Okay. So there shouldn't be anything there. Let's place it. And now we're coming around the map. La 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 la, I'm hungry. I'll take the apple. I can't break the item frame, which means I can, if I want, put anything back in there. Oh, I quite like that. Oh, baby lever. Okay, there we go. That's enough. We added a little bit at the end there and rambled along as well. So that is how, in adventure mode, you can allow people to take stuff. Now, why did that happen? That happened because the other one was still there. So what? Let's fix that. What you would do if you wanted to update that. Here we are placing a new one. But we are placing it on top of the one that's already there. And one of them has to go. There we go. Let's do another one. It'll sit for a while, and then, oh, I can't stay there. So, let us add a little command here. In fact, we'll put that one there. You will become a chain. We'll take you and put you there. And you will be impulse. Needs redstone. And we'll kill the item frame first. And then that should solve that problem. So we've got one there. Now we should see it doesn't pop off. There we go. If you have two item frames in the same place, 1, 2. There we go. Okay. Just in case that's happening to you, now you know how to fix it. Get rid of the one that's already there. Okay, now a little extra bit on the end as well. So that's how we have an item frame in adventure mode that the player can put things in and out of, but they cannot break the frame itself. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.